quick intro.
Hey, what's up, my peoples? EmGo here, the freaking geek himself, and today we will be reviewing the Transformers Studio Series Deluxe class, BLURR. So here we are. And there he is, and first and foremost, as always, we'll take a quick look at the packaging. Right up front, we got BLURR looking all blurry. His name is BLURR. Hey, look, it's from a movie, Transformers. On the side of the box, we have BLURR. On the other side of the box, we have BLURR again. He is 8603. He is a Deluxe Class Deluxe Class A, Class A Deluxe. On top, Transformers the movie. On the bottom, words, things, barcodes. On the back of the box, you have your obligatory product shots. Battle of Autobot City, and that's basically it for the packaging. And moving right along, here we have BLURR, the next of our Studio Series Deluxes from the 1986 movie. And here he is in his alt mode, his little hovercraft mode, which I always liked. I always liked this. That was very cool. It's sleek. I like it. I always dug the design of it. But let's get in close here so we can take a look. That's the details. You got the nice shades of blue going on there. A little Autobot symbol. Right there, you got the transparent plastic for the windshield and some details underneath it. Got the little seat there, although nothing can actually fit in it, but hey, there's a little seat there. And again, a little bit of detail. You got the little fin up top. Got those thrusters there in the back. Yeah, not a whole lot to them. There's the top. There is the bottom. He does have visible foot syndrome. Those are his feet. He does slide. Sliding things should slide. Hooray for flying, hovering, sliding things. And for comparison, here he is with the Titans Return BLURR. This is the Takara version with the more G1 color scheme. Here he is with Cup. With Hot Rod. With Scourge. With Cyclonus, and just because, here he is with big ol' Grimlock. So, there you go. Now, as far as accessories go, get over here. He does include his gun, just cast in white. And pretty nicely done. And you also get a little welding hand. Again, just cast in white. Not a whole lot to it. And you can store these accessories on the vehicle mode. You have a tab right here, and you have slots on either side of the gun right back here. And you just tab it on like so. Then you take the welder, and there are two slots for it right there. And you just tab it on. There you go. So you have him with all of his accessories stored. I mean, that looks kind of ridiculous, but hey, it's storage if you want storage. I don't know if you can. No, there's not enough room. I was thinking if maybe you could plug it in this way, but nope, not enough real estate for that. So yeah, that's pretty much the best you can do as far as storing it. But hey, it's storage if you want it. And BLURR is Bluish compatible. Yes, we can bring in Siege Jetfire's effects parts, and you can plug them back here into these thrusters like that. You can have them Bluish. You can have them all kinds of bluishing. All kinds of bluishing. Yay! Yay for bluishing. Yeah, that is basically it for the vehicle mode. So let's get down to transformation, shall we? Ooh, you get a good spin out of him. Very good spin. So, let us remove the accessories, put that off to the side, and we can commence. So, first thing we want to do is just take these side pieces here, which are going to be his arms, just untab them. You tab in on multiple points. You got a tab that goes in back here, you got a tab that goes in there, and then you have a little clip that goes right in there. So you just undo all that, and just bring the arms out. You want to come under here, you want to untab his feet from this section, so just lift up the foot there, that'll untab that. You can bring that over, and that'll just, whoops, that'll just snap into place. Same thing on the other side, just pull that up, So you can get that tab undone, bring that over, and just snap that into place. And then we can just bring up the arms, and they will just snap in right there, and we can leave that alone for now. So now I need to raise up a little bit so I got some room to operate. Here we go. So now we're going to just open up the legs. And the transformation on this figure is pretty much just like the Titans Return version, just with a couple, you know, like a couple extra little hinges and little bits. But you open up the legs here, like so. Then you just unfold them. You have a peg and you have a little sliding tab here, so you have to kind of raise this section up first. Like raise this up, and then you can undo all that. You can see the peg right there. Then you take the fin, fold that in, and then you just bring the leg over and just close all this back up. Bring the foot down. There you have a leg all done. Second vest, just like the first. Just close that up. Bring the foot down. You can hear some little ratchet there. And there you basically have the lower body all done. So now we move on to the upper body. You just take the seat, just fold that up. You take this section here, and you just rotate that around to make his chest. Then you just take this whole nose section, bring this down, and just collapse it onto his back. That will snap into place, like so. And now he looks like one of those wacky waving inflatable arm flailing tube men. Yeah! But you want to bring the arms down, and you want to, you don't have to really, but per the instructions, they want you to open up this panel here. So you can bring this section up and rotate all this around. Then bring that up against the back of his forearm, close that back up. You really don't have to open that panel up. You can just go, and it comes out just fine. And, you know, doesn't really impede anything. It'll pretty much move out of the way for you, but undo that, rotate that around, bring it back. And there you go. And there you have BLURR in his robot mode. And he's a good-looking G1-y BLURR. I do quite dig him. So let's get in close here so we can take a look, not at his chest, at his noggin. There it is. There's the noggin. It's a pretty nice face sculpt. You know, it's definitely a little off. Face looks a little too skinny. Looks a little emaciated there. I can easily eat something. It's not horrible. I mean, it's not as bad as Cup's face. So you know, hey, that's a plus. But so you get a little bit of yellow up there in the forehead, shades of blue. And you can see the back of his head is all light piping, so you see he does have that light piping there. His eyes glow a nice bright blue. Oh no, pretty nice. Got some details there going on there in the shoulder region. White hands. Got nice blue and the white there on the shins. His big old feet. And move up the back. Not too bad. You got these pieces just kind of hanging out back there on his forearms. A bit there on his back. But all in all, pretty clean. I think as clean as you can get. Now, as far as articulation goes, the head is on a ball joint. Well, the neck is actually on a ball joint at the base. So that's where your ball joint is. So you have some wiggly waggly. You can't really look up very slightly. Look down a little bit. Head can do a full 360. Arms can do a full 360 on it's a very soft ratchet. You can feel the thoops as you rotate the arm around. It's a little thoop, 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 thoop. So it thoops all the way around. You have inward and outward movements right there. You do have rotation right at the elbow. You get 90 degrees of bend at the elbow. The wrists do rotate, but the weird thing is that it'll take this piece with it. And it only really seems to rotate one way. The hand will only rotate outward. It doesn't rotate inward because things just start colliding there. You see that hinge just collides with that piece. So it really only rotates one way, which is not great, but it is what it is. You have waist rotation. The legs can move forward, that far, back, that far, outward. You can do the full splits. You got thigh rotation. 90 degrees of bend there at the knee and the feet. Again, they're on that little ratchet joint there, so they can move up, they can't move down, but you do get some ankle tiltage. And of course we can give him his weapon, give him his gun there, just plugs it into his hand, and he can pew pew bang bang, pew pew bang bang, and all of that good stuff. We can give him his little welding hand, and that just plugs in over his hand like so, and he can weld, 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 weld. He can do all kinds of pew pewing and weld welding. So hey, things you can do if you want to do it. You can. If you don't want to use the welding hand, you could. Pretty snug. Release! Release, Cup! Release! Release! There we go. If you want to, you can just leave this plug back here for storage if you don't want to use it. It stores very nicely. As far as the gun goes, I mean, you could just leave it, you know, pegged or tabbed back here, but then it's just, you know, hanging down. But hey, if you want to store it, that's pretty much, it seems like the only way to store it, but me personally, I just leave this little welding hand. I just leave it back there. Go, get in there. Oh, wrong way. Has to go in this way, that's why. There we go. I personally leave that back there because I don't really care too much for it. I just give him his gun. That's all he needs. That's all he needs. So, I have that. Now, as far as BLURR compatibility goes, his gun cannot BLURR. His gun can't BLURR. It doesn't, it don't work. He don't work. He cannot BLURR. He no BLURR. He no BLURR. He no BLURR. I mean, his shoulders can BLURR, but I'm not gonna count that. I'm not gonna count that. No, I'm not. This is the only BLURR that matters, and it just, no. Oh. But there you have that. And now for comparison. Here he is with the Titans Return BLURR. With Cup. With Hot Rod. With Scourge. With RC. With Springer. With Cyclonus. He's pretty tall. With Grimlock. He's very tall. With Magnus. Mine has a DNA kit on it, so he's a little bit taller. And lastly, but not leastly, here he is with Earthrise Prime. So, there you go. And of course, the last thing to talk about is the included base of displayage, which as always is in the box. Woo! I open it up. And then we have Autobot City, Under Attack, 8603 Studio Series, Transformers the movie logo, all that good stuff. And you can take Mr. BLURR here and plop him down. And as always, a nice display option if you want to take advantage of it. And as always, options are good. So there you have BLURR, and yeah, nicely done figure in my opinion. The alt mode looks good, the robot mode looks good. You know, the face sculpt, it's off, but you know, it's not too bad. Like I said, it's not as bad as Cup's face, so I can live with it. You know, the transformation, it works, it's smooth, it's fluid, it's fun to mess with, so all in all, a very enjoyable figure. As far as I'm concerned, I am quite pleased with him, so there you go. Now, if you would like this or any other Studio Series figures, you can always check out BigBadToyStore.com for availability. There'll be a link in the description down below, so you can check that out. You can also check out my Studio Series playlist for any reviews you may have missed. Also linked in the description down below, so you can check that out as well. And I think that's it. So don't forget to check out EmGo's, check out Love Peace Paranormal, follow me on Twitter, all of that good stuff down in the description below, and I think that's pretty much all there is to say. So, there is the Transformers Studio Series Deluxe Class BLURR, and this is EmGo saying, remember, you don't stop playing because you grow old because you stop playing. Be geek, be proud, Palm in your face. Oh, Prime Minister, the city's getting attacked. We have to get out of here. We have to get out of the city. We have to get out of here now. Let's go. Let's go.
Nay, you no push me Grimlock around.
But the city's under attack. We have to get to the ships. Let's go. And that's why you never rush them.